Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hey everyone, we're going to be looking at the big three here, and then we'll check in on Ripple as well. And for the handful of you that like to argue in the YouTube comments about who's in the big three, I've got a little message for you.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
So moving on, we're looking at the Bitcoin bulls making a very strong push here for a higher high on the daily. And again, I highlighted in a recent video how this would be a very bullish follow-through move if this were our higher low, which is currently 7,851, and essentially it would be a little bull flag before continuation. So we're right here looking at the resistance knocking on the door of 9,090, and we can pretty much assume that if 9,000 psychological resistance breaks, the people that are going to be buying in on that psychological barrier breaking are going to push the price over $9,090 and head to that higher high. We got the bullish MACD cross on the daily time frame. We're battling these exponential resistances again. If we break 90.90, the next level I'm looking at is the last little high of the bounce attempt, 9,499. 4-hour time frame, bull MACD cross followed through last night. Nice higher low, higher high recovery. So the 4-hour time frame started pulling back. We held the base of support that was built here at 7,750, and then we started forming higher lows and higher highs again. We just had a 4-hour inside bar bull break, and all momentum is favoring the bulls as we look up to that resistance. We look at the hourly chart, higher lows here, a couple levels to be watching, 8,520, and another level here, 8,635. So those are a couple hourly higher lows the bulls want to maintain to keep in full control. And if all goes well, and if all goes as it is currently shaping up, you can see the nice bull volume here on the hourly, then we will be looking at a higher high overnight heading into tomorrow and looking for that bull follow through. So that's where we stand right now. I haven't been highlighting many of my personal trades because I haven't been making many trades. The stock market has been providing tons of opportunity. That's where all my attention has been, especially during these last 2 days while we have been consolidating on the daily time frame. Not a ton of opportunity there, so I scale back. I don't force trades, and if I want to trade, I find something else that's set up better. I did make an entry looking at the hourly time frame yesterday, and it was on consolidation. So we had support here. This is what I was looking at. This is the consolidation on the hourly time frame of lower highs and lower lows. And once we saw the significant bounce, I said, all right, actually it was before that, or I should say after that, we had the significant bounce, we had a higher low and a higher high. That changed the trend on the hourly, and it started to show us, okay, there's our new higher low on the 4-hour time frame, and the bulls are starting to show back up. So after we broke to the higher high, I said, I want to get in on the next consolidation because I'm going to anticipate the bulls are going to form a higher low and be looking at continuing this move. So last night I set a bunch of orders in Bitcoin because comparatively I was looking at ETH BTC and LTC BTC, and both of them told me that Bitcoin was one of the lead bulls. So I traded Bitcoin. I had probably 15 orders just spaced out right here between 8,400 and 8,200. I was looking and anticipating a back test and hold of these exponential moving averages. It played out perfectly, and I was looking to hold these levels because we were looking at a bull cross of this MACD, or I shouldn't say the MACD, of these exponential moving averages, the 12 and the 26 period, to indicate this momentum shift. So we had the bear cross and it led to consolidation. Now we have the bull cross and it's leading to some follow through. So I only got filled about 70% of my position, as I did still have orders down in the 8,200s that were not filled, but certainly liking the follow through and the continuation of the hourly higher lows and higher highs now that I have filled. So what that also allows me to do, not being a full position, is to be a little bit more flexible in terms of when I'm going to take profit. So every time we set an hourly higher low, I'm moving my stop loss up below that level and letting it ride a little bit. And I would love to be able to hold this position until we see Bitcoin up in the mid $9,000, upper $9,000 range if we break $9,090 overnight, as all the bulls have their sights set on. So that's where we stand on Bitcoin right now. Bulls really liking this follow through, even a little increase in bull volume compared to the consolidation volume of yesterday. And again, it's all about tonight. Can the bulls break 9,900, or are we going to lose this hourly higher low pattern and see this 4-hour chart continue to tighten up? That is a possibility as well. If we do not see the follow through tonight and we pull back on the 4-hour time frame, I'd be looking for a pullback into the $8,000 range to continue tightening this 4-hour pattern up. So it all depends. Can the bulls hold this hourly pattern and follow through tonight? That's what we're watching. Ethereum on the daily time frame, same pattern, potential bull flag, looking to head back to the resistance. We have a little bit more space to make up. 909 is the level to break, and we're at 864. So still a decent amount of action needed, over 5% move to get to that higher high. And we've been lagging a little bit. We don't have the bull MACD cross just yet. The 4-hour time frame saw an inside bar bull break, but it was a laggard to hit the new high of the day. Bitcoin and Litecoin both hit a new high of the day much earlier than, or I shouldn't say much earlier, but clearly earlier than Ethereum did. And we're watching the hourly time frame for the higher low pattern here as well. It is still intact. I'm looking at these two levels here at 851 and then down to 838. Those are the two key levels I'm watching on the hourly time frame to keep the bulls in full control. Resistance is 874 and then that 909 level. So a bit of a step behind. The correlation is certainly still there to Bitcoin. It's just a little bit weaker, which is again the reason I chose Bitcoin over Ethereum at this point. So it's the same story though. If Bitcoin does get to a higher high, Ethereum will be on its way to a higher high on the daily. It just might take a little bit longer to get that follow through. Checking in on Litecoin, same setup. So the daily time frame trying to get that higher high by following through and breaking 169.49, and our key daily support is now 142.26. The 4-hour time frame inside bar got a bull break with a little bit of follow through, still a ways away from our resistance, and it's all about the hourly higher low pattern tonight. Can the bulls remain in full control? There's a couple supports here, a little bit more, one extra support level than we have on Bitcoin, but I'm looking at 158.29, 156.46, and 154 even. So we're pulling back right now, and the question is going to be, can the bulls form the hourly higher low and continue to a higher high, or do we start forming lower highs and lower lows and lose this hourly uptrend? Those are the two scenarios of what we're watching for tonight. Obviously, we know what the bulls want, and we know what the bears want, and now we're going to see how does it follow through. If not in a trade at this point, we can make entries ideally on consolidation because the bull breaks still aren't seeing the kind of significant follow through where the price runs away from us, in the sense that if we get a bull break, we can wait like I did on the hourly chart. You know, I wasn't scrambling. I saw the bull break here and I said, I want in now, but I wasn't rushing for a position because I said after 3 big green hours, we are likely to see some consolidation. So again, it's ideal to be entering in these conditions on consolidation with a clear support level to be utilizing, and you'll say I exit. If this level breaks, I will exit the position because, again, the bull breaks have follow through, but they usually pull back and allow for a better entry opportunity than the fees plus the market order bull entry would allow. So that's where I stand in terms of my entry game plan under these current conditions, and it's going to be a big overnight session to see if the bulls can follow through. Ripple, very similar setup, but a little bit more work to do because we got a big bull spike to a higher high here, or I shouldn't say a higher high, but to the high of the bull move, that was 123. And we're still a ways away from that level right now. We're about 18% away. And we look at the 4-hour time frame, and we can see that we haven't hit a new high of the day yet. Have to break 108 to do that. Haven't done that, so that is still resistance. And we're looking at the hourly higher low pattern. Very similar. We got support at 103, support down here at 1016, and then $1 even with resistance at 105 and then that 108 level. So it's getting pretty tight. The bulls do still have an hourly higher low pattern, but in terms of heading back to the high of this bull move, still a good amount of work to do because the bulls had that extra push to hit that higher high on their own, really not correlating to Bitcoin or any of the other major names when that bull move did happen at the high of the bounce. So that's where we stand on all of the big three. It should be a very interesting overnight session. I'm going to stop out here if we see a break of 8,634, and I will re-enter if I see a setup that I like. But ideally, the bulls just keep their strength going and get that bull break over $9,000. I appreciate you watching. This will be significant on the daily time frame if we do get this follow through. It won't mean that the bulls are free and clear, but it will mean that any bullish entries can now use the daily higher low established as a stop level. So before, where we were looking at the low down at 5,873, and that was the must-hold level on the daily, this must-hold level on the daily is now 7,851. So we can use that level now as a must-hold for this daily trend, and we'll see, can we get over these exponential resistances and try and see a confirmation of the weekly bullish reversal candlesticks. Don't forget, the weekly bullish reversal candlestick and high volume formed, and now we're trying to confirm these candlesticks with the action this week. Still plenty of time to go. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Going to certainly continue to do good things. I donated $100 to a pig. A pig was rescued at a shelter nearby and needed some food and some shots and stuff. That's my good deed of the yesterday. We'll see what today brings. I appreciate you all watching. See you soon.